Hello everyone, we're today with Chris Schreiber from Sharethrough, and he will tell us more about how to make a viral video successful. Hello Chris.
Hi, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Um, could you tell me at first what is actually Sharethrough and what's the idea, what's the story behind it?
Sure. So we're a social video company. We're based in California, and we were created in 2008. And the company was created around the idea of building a company that could help brands get their video content seen and shared online. So we had seen, the opportunity to help brands enable their content to spread over the web. Brands are making a lot more interesting video content, different from the traditional ads we had seen. But there was the problem of how do you build audiences for them, and how can you help enable them getting shared as much as possible. And so that was really the problem that we set out to help solve.
What's your business model? How do you earn money on this?
So we're squarely a distribution company. So that means that a brand has created a piece of video content and that they're looking to get it across the web and get people to see it and share it. And so that's essentially what we do. We distribute those videos and we work on a cost per view basis. So that means when someone chooses to watch the video, each time we get paid. And that's essentially the core part of the business model. And what's special about us is that we're really focused on getting videos shared, right? And we actually don't charge for when videos are shared, but we're helping advertisers achieve that because that's really what it's all about.
Chris, tell me, how do you create viral actually?
Well, like I was saying, it's about helping videos get shared, right? That's what viral means, that videos are being shared in large numbers. So when you're on a higher level, what we call this type of advertising, we call it social video advertising, right? Because it's the goal of helping people get their content shared. And when it does really well, it turns into what we call viral, right? Or some big phenomenon that it's become a really large kind of cultural moment on the web. And that happens, we've seen it happen in a lot of different ways. So there's not just one equation. But the one thing that it does have to be a strong piece of content, right? There isn't just like your standard television ads going viral on the web. It actually tends to be content that's really unique and really appeals to a lot of different people and makes people want to share it because they're inspired or they're entertained or they have some real deep emotion to it that causes them to spread it within their networks.
Mm, okay, so as far as I understand, not only content is important, which is crucial, because bad content won't spread, but the key to success is the distribution, right? Could you evaluate more about the distribution?
Yeah, definitely. So, and yeah, I think you're definitely right. Good content has to happen for something to really catch fire, but it's not just content anymore, because there's around 50 hours of video uploaded to YouTube per minute, so that's a lot to compete with. So distribution makes sense, right? As a way that things are really going to succeed. So, kind of a few components, to the way we're set up is it's having technology to measure how the videos are performing. So how long are people watching them? How much are they sharing them? Those types of indicators that tell you where are the types of places you should be distributing more or less to. It's also being able to place videos in social environments, right? So games and apps and blogs and places where people are in social mindsets. It obviously leads to more sharing when they're already thinking about that type of activity. And I think those are probably like two of the main components: is being able to measure how the videos are performing, making sure that they're in social environments, and then being able to use that data to optimize to make sure that they're in the best places possible.
Chris, are there any universal motives that moves people? I know babies are one of them. Um, the viral that you made with Jennifer Aniston was actually making fun of some of those motives, but are there any, like share buttons in people's mind that you push the button and everyone is sharing?
Mm. So yeah, kind of the three things that we see as really like consistent drivers for sharing. One would be information. When videos have like really interesting new information within the video, that tends to draw people to share more because they like to help educate their friends. Like that's one of the things about social media. It's a communication network, and we like to be able to spread information that we think is useful, especially when it's done in a way that's also very interesting visually. Emotional, I think, there's a lot of emotions, but it's when you actually reach an emotion in your video that someone resonates with, it drives sharing because they are sharing that emotion essentially with their friends. So it's that kind of a emotional cue. And then the last one is just sort of identity. So I think increasingly we are what we share. Like, we define ourselves by what we post to our Facebook walls. And when videos are created that somehow help express who we are, they help define ourselves, maybe in a funny way, maybe in a new way, maybe in an inspiring way, but somehow it connects to the core of the way we feel our identities. It drives more sharing because it's that vehicle for self-expression.
Can any company benefit from your services, from B2C, through B2B, and even through business to science companies?
Yeah, I mean, we've worked with companies of all those types, and I think in a lot of ways this is sort of the advertising of the future. We're seeing a shift of the broadcast sort of just mass market forced advertising style to a more thoughtful, more choice based advertising system. And so what we're doing extends far past just Sharethrough's customers and just to the sort of general advertising landscape. And I think what it comes down to, like we were talking before, is just content. Like, the content does have to be strong and does have to relate to the brand, but it also has to be thoughtful and, like, why would someone share this? If these questions have sort of been asked ahead of time and a video has been made that sort of achieve all those attributes, then definitely it makes sense to have a distribution partner like Sharethrough.